Well, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about a basket full of crypto stocks today. We're going to be talking about CleanSpark and Bitfarms for Mint Chomi Haylove. We're going to be talking about HUT for user KZ, Coin as in Coinbase for CJ Spano, DEFTF for Ali Massar, and MSTR MicroStrategy for Navi. Navi, you just put that request in. This has got to be a record for the quickest request to video being produced that I've ever done. Snuck it in at the right time. That's the benefit of the Discord channel, you guys. I will leave a link in the description because I mentioned it. I don't normally leave a link, and that's not to keep people out. That's just because I forget. I genuinely forget. But I will do my best to not forget and leave a link in the description, because if not, if you just leave a request in the comments on the YouTube comments, by now I've stopped reading all the comments. I'm not going to read them after I'm done and I'm going to bed. I'll read them tomorrow, and it'll be too late for tonight. So anyways, the Discord is great because whenever you write a comment or a request while I'm making videos, I can see it pop up on the notifications, and here we are. Anyways, shout out to Navi on that note, but hopefully that doesn't get crazy, right? People start catching on that, oh, he's making videos, let me get my requests in, because that I look at my list and I'm like, oh, this is all I have for work. That's nice, but then you throw on some extra ones, it could be like, no sleep tonight, not for C-Zar. Hit that like button and subscribe for no sleep for C-Zar. Let's get into this right now. I'm going to pause the music. We're talking about all these stocks right now. So CleanSpark, looking at it here on the weekly, we're going to zoom it in a little bit. Yes, we are still in this range doing nothing. You guys, my genuine opinion for CleanSpark remains the same. 1190 or lower. And until then, down. Down is what my thoughts are. And I feel like every time people are, because I've been saying this, I believe I've been saying this since before this high. I can't remember. It's been so long now, but I believe I've been calling for prices below here since before this high. And I'm going to say the same thing now that I was saying, I think at this high, I know at this high, and all these highs here, we're still going down, guys. We're going to go down. The main reason for that, and I'm just going to go over it in a little bit of detail for anybody that's new here, is that since we've been moving up, if we take our discernible highs, which I think that's a discernible high, that's a discernible high, that is there, and this is here clearly. If we take our discernible highs in order from our weekly closing high, we're on the weekly here, weekly closing high, put a line there, we found support once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, right there. We take that line, that same line, and we put it to the next weekly closing high, which is here, not here. That's not the closing high. This is the closing high. We found support on it once and then went up higher. I'm just asking for the same thing that we've been doing. And then what would that do if the price moved down here? We found support in this area, and all the times before we actually went a little bit below the line, so maybe even down here. Well, that would give us kind of a relative trajectory of what we've got here, right? With all these lows, this one was a little bit of an outlier, but it kind of fits this line of best fit, so to speak, I guess. It fits that area, and maybe that's not the line, maybe this is the line to draw, I don't know, but it just kind of fits that area. So even though we broke below it here, you can see we kind of have a slanted line of resistance there as well, so still respected nonetheless. It wouldn't be crazy, is all I'm saying, to move down there. So that's CleanSpark. I'm not going to go into all the nitty gritty with it. I'm just doing the general kind of idea behind it. I'm not. I say I'm not going to do the nitty gritty, but let's look at the indicators. Weekly RSI would suggest you probably do go lower, though you're not necessarily bearish right now. Daily RSI would suggest that you go lower. That's definitely neutral but bearish, I would say. So confident in that opinion still, yes. Let's talk about, Bitfarms. Bitfarms next. So Bitfarms here. Looking at it on the weekly. You did it, didn't you? You went down. You went lower. Oh no way. You did it. You did it. I didn't even pay attention, man. That's crazy. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm glad we're talking about this one because I was pretty bullish on it last time. Okay, that might have been your low. I'm okay with that. I think that was your low. I think so. Look to break 225. When you break that, you're going to be moving up towards your highs, your relative highs, and then once you break those, obviously you're moving up higher. But I think you've got this nice kind of like channel going upwards, right? It's not the straightest line, but you can kind of see with the naked eye is what I'm drawing, right? It's not the straightest line, but close enough, right? It's if you go a little bit lower, okay, whatever. But I'm pretty confident that's your low. Looking at this low to this high here, 1272. You tipped it, bro. You tipped it, and it's your golden. I wouldn't have it any other way. $1.56, what was it? $1.52. That's your low, bro. I think you found it. I think you're moving up. Let's look at what happened throughout these times that you found your low since your bottom here. So bottom, nice reaction, of course. Found your low here. You had a nice reaction, but really you moved sideways for like 4 weeks, and then you pumped, and then you continued to move sideways for a while. And then you broke out and moved higher. Okay? Found your low here. You moved sideways for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. You broke out of this downward move, but you didn't really get above that high until the 8th week. So still a lot of time. All I'm trying to say is it could be months. It could be months. It could be July or August or later before you're above these highs, let alone before you're above like $2.50. You know, you might be in this range for a while. Okay, so just kind of accept that for what it is. It's gonna be boring. Likely it's gonna be boring, and that's okay. That's totally okay. So yeah, with the RSI the way it is right now on the daily, I wouldn't be surprised if you went a little bit lower. I don't think you're going to go lower than this. I think you will crowd this 50, and then you'll break up and, you know, do that whole thing. But for now, probably just sideways, maybe a little bit of a move down starting tomorrow, Monday, to open it up. Maybe you go down to about $1.65, $1.70. Let's call it $1.69 just for funsies. Down there, find support, and then you'll move up. You probably don't go above 250. Let's say 260. You probably don't go above 260 for, I don't know, until July or later is what my thoughts are. Yep, that's Bitfarms. Moving on from there, Hut 8 Corp, baby. Let's see. I like the weekly RSI. It's very neutral, kind of with a bearish tilt at some of it, but you're crowding you're doing good things, man. I like that. I do. I think that's your low. I feel comfortable that you're not going to go lower. That's nice. Daily RSI is neutral and weird too, but that's what you get with these sideways movements. I think you're going to break to the upside. You're in this kind of, I keep going between the daily and the weekly. I'm sorry. Is the music still on? No. Okay, good. I paused it. It's not the prettiest looking consolidation. It's definitely not the ugliest, that's for sure, but kind of, I would almost say if it wasn't for this, it'd be like some kind of symmetrical triangle. At any rate, you know, you could reject, go lower to like, you're at 916, maybe you go to like 750, 770, and then back up again, or you could be breaking out starting next week. Don't be sad, don't be scared if you reject here. I would expect it promotes a higher low nonetheless, and you'll continue to move higher. So Hut 8, it's just a matter of time before you do start to move up higher. Probably to like 12 to 13 bucks. If you can get above 16.30, we can talk about higher prices, but for now 12 to 13 is kind of on the horizon. Again, above 16 would be worth talking about again, but I do think you're just going to move sideways, kind of up and down for the coming days, maybe even this next week, but soon, sometime either next week or by the end of this month or maybe in the beginning of June, sometime soon, you're going to be breaking out of this little consolidation phase here and moving up toward that $12 to $13 area, or might even be at that $12 to $13 area. Coinbase now. Actually, you know what? Let's move on to No. Yes, okay, we're going to talk about Coinbase, yes. We've got all the mining stocks done, so I almost thought MicroStrategy was a mining stock. I got it confused with Marathon. Not a mining stock, but Michael Saylor definitely does collect his Bitcoins, man. Coinbase Global. High to low. I like that. You could go lower. I like the fibs, I'm not going to lie, but you could go lower. It wouldn't be crazy if you went to like 177. You're at 207 now. I had somebody in the YouTube comments saying that we weren't going to go below 200 again. But I don't know if that was my last Coinbase video that I made. It had to have been before we went below 200 again. So I think they were wrong, but oh so slightly. That's not enough. If you were wrong and we went a little bit below 200, okay, like whatever. That's not really wrong. I think we're going to go more than that. I think we will see prices at about 177. I don't care about all the fundamental bullishness that might exist. Show me the charts and I will tell you the news. They will probably release some negative news as soon as you get down here, and that's going to be the best time to buy. So who cares about the fundamentals as far as the day-to-day stuff goes? Yeah, you're consolidating in a downward phase, man. You're sloping downward like that. You're probably just working your way down to that same target I've been calling for. I know I've been calling for because this is what would make sense, about 176 to 177. Let's look at the relative fibs here. Relative high to relative low. Yeah, buddy, 177 looks great. I think so. So that's where you're going to go. Yeah, daily RSI. Oh, that daily doesn't look too bad. It's neutral, but it doesn't look too bad. The 4 hours aren't as good on stocks. Some people say they are. I don't think it makes sense to me because the stock market isn't open for 8 hours a day. At least, maybe with opening hours and post hours, or pre-open hours and post-close hours. But I'm going to stick with it, man. I think you move down. 177. We'll see you there. That's Coinbase for Mr. Spano. Def TF. DeFi Technologies, baby. Yeah, not that one. Although I'm kind of curious, what's this one? It's coming up all over the place. Let's just look at it real quick. It's a scam. Okay. DeFi Technologies. Love the name. It doesn't make sense to me. DeFi Technologies, so you're a centralized entity. You're a publicly traded corporation, right, with a central point of authority. You have to answer to the SEC, and you're decentralized technologies. What even is decentralized technologies? Decentralized, it's not a technology. It's a way of, I guess Bitcoin and crypto are decentralized technologies, but this is a centralized company creating decentralized technology. Most cryptos aren't even decentralized. I don't know. It's a funny name. I like the name, but it's if you think about it, it's maybe you should be CFI. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know why, but for some reason this portion over here is bigger than it normally is, and it's bothering me. So I'm going to try this. I'm just going to refresh the page because it is bothering me. See, it should be small like that. That's what we want. DEFTF. Okay. Okay, it's different now. Okay, I don't know why it did that a second ago, but anyways, weekly RSI looks fine. Yeah, you've got bearish divergence, but I'm not concerned about it at all. I like the move that you're doing. The daily RSI looks great too, man. Yeah, I think you're fine. Let's see what you're doing on a fib scale. High to low. Just getting into your 618. Nice. Yeah, man. I think you're going up. You're at 75 cents right now. You're at least going to make a move to 73 cents before you move back down or consolidate or anything like that. But you genuinely could be moving up to $1.40 to $2.10, $2.20. You might be doing a good little move here soon. DEFTF. Regardless of the idiom, is that the right word? Let's see. Define idiom. Group of words established by usage that have a meaning not deductible from those of the individual words. Yes. Okay. So, yeah. Well, kind of. Not deductible from those individual. Maybe not. Maybe it's not idiom. It's something else. Anyways. Yeah, I think you're moving up higher. $2.40. Sorry. $1.40 to $2.20. Somewhere in that range. At the worst, $1.93. And then maybe back down to about 40 cents. But I honestly think you're going to work your way up. That's my thoughts on DeFi Tech. Let's talk about MicroStrategy now. MSTR. Well, MicroStrategy had a nice week. That's good to see. That's awesome. Up 34%, huh? That's great. Look at your weekly RSI. Beautiful. Yeah, looking good, dude. Looking good. Looking so good. I love it. I love seeing it. Not a lot of volume, but that's okay. You haven't broken out yet. Yeah, dude, you look great. You tipped your 886. You're going. Yeah, MicroStrategy, you are going up at least, at a minimum, and I genuinely think you're going past this, but at least to $2,400. You're likely going to go up to this $3,300, $3,400 range. That's your next stop. If not higher, you could really be working your way all the way up to 5K. As crazy as that may or may not sound, but you've got this. Look at this structure, right? Look at this. It's very parabolic. It's absolutely parabolic in structure, right? It's only going to get more extreme. These readings on the RSI are awesome. What you just did with your fib is bullish as, it's very great, man. You've been respecting this fib the whole way through. It would not surprise me in the least if you went up to here, came back down, found support, and then went up to here, like work your way up. That might be the top or whatever. I don't know. But MicroStrategy, man, it looks really good. And when I say it might be the top, just look at this, right? Because Michael Saylor, to my knowledge, right, like he doesn't sell his Bitcoins or the company's Bitcoins, right? They leverage them, but they don't sell them, I believe. But this was the peak of MicroStrategy last crypto cycle, right? That was in February of 2021. Most coins, Bitcoin itself, did not top off until November of 2021, which was all the way over here, right? The second peak. So second month to the 11th month, that's 9 months difference, right? That's a 9-month difference. If I'm personally expecting the cycle, and I am personally expecting the cycle to be over in potentially October of next year, or maybe June to October, I should say. It could be sometime later this year or in the very beginning of next year is what I'm getting at, that this thing tops off. And if the topping off area is, let's say, 3,400 to, what was it, 50 something? $54, somewhere in this area, and we were to do it, let's say, by the end of this year, something like that, or maybe the beginning of next year, I feel like that fits pretty well with this trajectory that we have, right? That might be the high. It's coming. I don't think this next move up is going to take us to our high. It's not going to find it, but I do believe we're going to break 2,400. And maybe we come down, we consolidate more, we go up, we can, who knows how it's going to look, but yeah, man, MicroStrategy has a lot of growth left to do. I think it's moving up from here. That's really the best, all that I can say. Yeah, daily RSI looks great. 3-hour RSI looks great, actually, really good. Yeah, so continuation. Don't be scared by any drops. Any drop here is going to pale in comparison to what's coming over the coming months. So that's all I got. If you guys liked the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. I genuinely think, I don't know, man, MicroStrategy might be the winner. Navi, you might be the winner on this video. It might move up the most in the shortest amount of time, but I do have to say DEFTF, DeFi Technologies from Ali Massar, that one, I think it'll move up more in the next month, but in the next week, it might move up. It might be consolidating still or move up slightly, where MicroStrategy, I mean, it had a 34% week last week. I don't know if that'll continue or what, but I'm having a hard time between DeFi Technologies and MicroStrategy, which one wins. But I'm more confident in MicroStrategy moving up immediately, so I'm going to give it to Navi. Ali Massar, very close second, my friend. But that's all we got, you guys. Hit that like button. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.